What's up, golf noobs? Welcome back to the channel. So, as you saw in the thumbnail, happy to report, am I getting better at golf? Is this really happening? Well, guys, I didn't want to make this video. I had some trepidation, okay? Um, Typically, my experience in golf's been a lot of when I'm struggling, I'll try something and it works for one round, and then the next round I try to do the exact same thing, and whatever the magic move was that worked before doesn't work now. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. So it's been a real struggle, you know. I've gone out, I've taken some lessons from two different coaches, saw some marginal improvement, but nothing huge. And then 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got a tip from one of my buddies, one of my newer buddies that started playing in our group. He plays off, I think, like a 7 handicap, somewhere around there. And all he did was change my stance a little bit, and I started playing better. And I thought, well, if he changed my stance from what it was to this, and this is working a little better, I wonder if I change it to even more, just a little bit more, if that would help some more. So basically, I was playing from a closed stance, and then my buddy Jay got me kind of squared up, okay, and I started playing a little better from square. Then I decided to try and play a little bit with an open stance and see what that was like. Well, guys, for me, that's the magic in the pudding, apparently. I've been playing from an open stance for the last few weeks, and it has transformed my game. I did a lot of things that I usually can't do. Number one, I dropped my handicap. That's right, guys. I went from a 25 to a 25.1 to a 24 even. Okay, as of the date of this filming, and that's pretty huge gains in just a couple of weeks, for sure. Then that was one of the big things that helped me. Then one of the other big things that helped me is, hopefully you guys saw my video with Gabe from Let's Play Through. Gabe gave me just a 3-minute short chipping lesson, and man, did it take like wildfire. My chipping game has been completely transformed. I'm back to chipping and pitching the ball like I was in years past, and that has led to, you know, better play, better improvement, and doing things I don't normally do. Like I said, number one, I dropped my handicap. I don't normally do that. I went from a 25.1 to a 24 even. Another thing I typically don't do well, I don't play well when dear old dad is around. That's right. Hopefully you guys saw some of the shorts. My dad was in town. I was on vacation. Dad came to town to see me, see us, play some golf. We had a blast, and I played really well with my dad in tow. And that never happens. It's just some weird thing, you know. A lot of people think it's like anxiety or whatever, but I don't really think it's that. It's just, for whatever reason, when my dad's around, I do not play well. Even when I'm struggling or playing well, I always tend to shoot 10 strokes worse when dad's here. And that was not the case. Dad and I played 3 rounds, and I played really well all 3 rounds, with the exception of a brief 9-hole stretch. There was a brief 9-hole stretch throughout those 3 rounds where I got a little armsy with my swing, and I paid for it dearly. um, Another thing I don't typically do well is put together back-to-back rounds of good golf. And not only did I put together back-to-back good rounds of golf, I have now played 4 rounds in a row where I've shot 90 or better. Or I'm sorry, 91 or better. And guys, for a 23, 24 handicap, that's huge. Absolutely huge. Okay. So, how did I do all these things? Guys, I played with golfers that are better than me. We've mentioned that on the channel before. If you get a chance to play with some golfers who are better than you, by all means, go out and do it. If you're new to the game, going out and taking lessons is one of the smartest things you can ever do. But for some of us who lessons don't really work, myself mainly, one of the things I've noticed over the years, one of the things that always helps me play better is the biggest difference I've usually seen is usually comes from someone in my group who's playing a lot better than me, somebody who's a much better golfer than I am. They'll give me a tip, or they'll show me something that's worked for them or that they think might work for me. And sometimes it's useless information. It doesn't always work. But in my experience, the people who've turned my golf game around the fastest have been single digit handicap players who have given me one tip or another that just absolutely transformed my game overnight. And that's what happened this time. I played that collaboration video that with Gabe, and he gave me that short chipping lesson. That's helped a lot. And then my buddy Jay, who plays off single figure, and Gabe's like a 3.4 handicap. I mean, he's really good, guys. He could play some serious golf. My buddy Jay is a real good golfer. Jay plays off, I think, 7. And Jay helped me with my stance a little bit and a couple other little things and just a couple little tips has absolutely transformed my game. Now, I'm not going to dive into the tips he gave me because those tips are specific to me and my game, okay? But the point of the video here is, guys, if you can play golf with some golfers who are more experienced than you, who are better players than you, pick their brain. See if they'll help you. See if they see anything in your swing or in your stance that looks weird or off. You know, a lot of these single digit handicaps and even some of the 10, 11, 12 handicap players are some pretty good golfers, okay? So there's a real good chance that they might be able to help you in your game, all right? So if you get a chance, by all means, guys, ask for help. And I know a lot of times you can't fix some of this stuff on the golf course. You have to go to the range and work on some of it. It's really hard to change something while you're playing around a golf, okay? But that being said, for some of us out there, myself included, some of the biggest things that have helped me turn my game around, especially as of recently, haven't been lessons from my professionals I've been seeing, but have been tips from really good golfers. Okay. So, guys, don't underestimate that. A lot of people say, oh, golfers shouldn't give other golfers advice because it's all garbage and none of us know what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, there's some truth to that. All right. There's a lot of guys, a lot of us out there should not be giving advice. Okay. But some of these guys out there who are 12 handicap and lower can give you some advice to help turn your game around. So don't discount that advice. If they're willing to play around with you, if they're willing to give you some tips, guys, be a sponge, soak up that information. You never know. It might turn your game around just like it did mine. All right. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the shorts. We got lots more content coming very soon in the future. So like, subscribe, stick around. Make sure you got those notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the action. All right. Till next time, Golf Noob.